Hello, welcome back to another Mythbuster Monday where myself, Abigail Wright, I'm here to bust. Hello, welcome back to another Mythbuster Monday where myself, Abigail Wright, I'm here to bust your myths on confidence. Um, we are actually, I am pre recording the next few Mythbuster Mondays. Uh, Prior to the holidays, I'll be doing some work in meditation, and I won't be able to live stream these next few Mythbuster Mondays. But I'm very excited to be able to record these for you in advance. Um, so, our first Mythbuster Monday today, and thank you for joining me, whether you're joining me on Twitch or on D Live or on Facebook or on LinkedIn. I'm very happy to have you here. Again, this is pre recorded, so I'm sorry if I'm not able to engage in the chat, but I really appreciate you. Appreciate you for joining me and for all of your participation. Thank you. Please feel free to say hi in the comments at any time. So, a little bit of news before I start. I guess actually, so today's Mythbuster Monday is that planning makes perfect. I think many of us, especially those of us who are planners, think that if we plan everything perfectly, then everything will work out perfectly. We get into that sort of controlling mode of things. And I'm here to tell you that while some planning is good, some of it actually comes out of a survival mechanism. And we're going to talk about that in a moment. But first, I have a little bit of news. The very exciting news that I have is that I have been selected to become a flight attendant. I'm extremely excited about this. Like, I can't begin to tell you how very excited about this I actually am. Okay, I'm thrilled. I'm really thrilled. I'll begin to tell you. And I'm also nervous. So some of you saw on my Mythbuster Mondays a while back about how confident people have to show no vulnerabilities. I was showing my vulnerability all over my bed, showing you my files that I had out because in order to apply for this job, boy, did I have to jump through some hoops. Being a freelance singer and applying for a job where they do a lot of government contract work, where there's a lot of security necessary, boy, did I have to prove where I've been every moment for the last 5 years. So it was a lot of work. The interview process was wonderful. The phone interview went so well. I made a friend. I just realized I have to message her and let her know that I got the job. I'm very excited. And then the in-person virtual interview went also really well, and they told me that I would get an email letting me know in the next week or two, and I've now found out on a Sunday, just 4 days later. I'm thrilled. I'm over the moon. Thank you all who encouraged me. I'm very excited about it. And I'm also really nervous. There is a part of me that is very extremely nervous. Actually, I'm going to correct that. I don't believe it's a part of me. I believe it's part of my survival mechanism. It's not who I am. So, when we're little, And I've learned some really wonderful things from Shirzad Chamine, who wrote Positive Intelligence. It's a great book, highly recommend it. Wonderful program that I work with many clients on for mental fitness training. And basically, we're going to talk about this all the time, I'm sure. We have these survival mechanisms, and they aren't really who we are at the core. If you think about who you were as a child at the core, you were probably a lot more carefree if you think back to like 2-3 years old, before you had all those survival mechanisms piled on top of you to get through whatever your specific scenario in your life was. So for me, for whatever reason, I developed a strong controller saboteur, a strong controller survival mechanism. My limbic system likes to control things. And actually, oddly, I'm pretty good at letting go sometimes as well. But there are times when my controller grabs a hold of me and goes, be anxious, worry about this, plan this perfectly so that you can get what you want. And believe me, there's something to preparation. Preparation is really key. If I hadn't prepared for this job, if I hadn't prepared well, if I didn't care about it, I probably wouldn't have gotten it. It's a really competitive job. I heard that over 20,000 people submitted applications for this, so I am thrilled. Off topic. Anyway, there's something else called SAGE, that right-brained sort of medial frontal cortex part of you that goes at everything with ease and flow, that lets go of that survival mechanism and in the moment instead moves into things like empathy, innovating, exploring, knowing what's really important and what's really not, taking that 50,000 foot perspective, gratitude, all of these amazing things, that sort of like Jedi mind power where you know exactly what you need to do in the moment, right? All of those things can be done in SAGE. So when it comes to planning, if you're a planner, I want to encourage you to try to do your preparation with less attachment in the moment. Before you plan, before you prepare for something that you're excited about that's important to you, stop and breathe. So you can do these things. It's important to you. Stop reps and breathe. Positive intelligence, PQ, where you just drop into the moment. They're like mini meditations. We could do one right now. So close your eyes for just a moment, remove some distractions, and focus only on one sense at a time. Right now, I want you to focus on the sound of my voice. I'm going to keep talking, and I want you, not in judgment, but just in curiosity, see if you notice anything different about the timbre of my voice that you haven't heard before. The different pitches, the way that my voice goes up and down, any consonants or vowels that you hear, just any sounds that you haven't heard before or that you find interesting about my voice. And now I want to switch to focusing on your breathing. Just notice the inhalation and exhalation. You don't need to change anything. But notice as your stomach or chest rises and falls with each inhalation that you take and exhalation that you take. And still focusing on your breath, just notice the temperature of the air as it goes in your nostrils and the temperature of the air as it exits your nostrils. And now slowly open your eyes when you're ready. That's a small example of something you can do to get grounded. You may have a practice of your own that you love, and I encourage you to go ahead and use that practice. Go ahead and do that. Whatever it is that grounds you in the moment, at that moment, to be able to just get into your best self. And once you're there, then remember the 80-20 rule. Generally speaking, about 20% of what you're doing needs to be perfect or needs to be like really, really, really great. The other 80%, you'll probably do well if you just kind of wing it. So if you're looking at a project, if you're looking at something that you need to prepare, take a moment to breathe, get in the moment, let go, and let go of the 80% that doesn't have to be perfect to really focus on the 20% that matters the most. Again, that's that 50,000 foot perspective. What matters and what doesn't? What can you let go of? So just want to encourage all of you who have something to prepare for. Maybe you're interviewing for a new job. Maybe you're getting ready for a second date. Maybe you're assessing your goals for next year. Maybe you're looking back at the year that you had and looking at the year to come. All of that planning, any planning, a big vacation, something that you want to do with your family. The holidays are coming up. If you're planning a big dinner, planning to travel, take a moment before you do that planning and just relax. Breathe, get into the moment, and allow yourself to plan from a place of joy, to prepare from a place of joy, and not from trying to make everything perfect. Perfection and confidence are not the same thing. Your best self is your most confident self, and that's what I want to encourage you to be today. Thank you so much for joining me on this Mythbuster Monday. It is Monday, December 6th. Excuse me. So we've got almost 20 days, something like that, till Christmas. Those of you who are finishing up Hanukkah, hope you had a beautiful celebration. And I'm looking forward to the new year, and I'm looking forward to celebrating it with you, no matter what I'm doing in my life, whether I'm up in the air or down here coaching with you all. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you all again who supported me on the search for this job. And I have some more hurdles to climb still. I've got a background check to do that's probably going to take over a month. I've got some skills that I need to prove that I can do, and I still have gigs this spring that I need to make sure that I fit into this schedule. So I've got some tricky things and some planning to do, and I'm going to be encouraging myself to let go of that anxiety by dropping into the moment and trusting that all of the steps that brought me to where I am now will get me through the rest of the legs of this process with integrity, love, and joy. Well, that's what I wish for you all this Monday. Hope you're having a beautiful day, and wishing you much joy.